This video is brought to you by Doku. What's up guys, and welcome to another speed test comparison between the Galaxy S20 Plus versus the best phone of last year according to many people. I also personally think that OnePlus 7T Pro and 7 Pro family was like the best phones of the year overall. And let's see how they stack up against the latest and greatest from Samsung, the S20 Plus. What I have here is the Exynos 990 model, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to stack up against the Snapdragon 855 Plus, which was the best chipset of Android world in 2019. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now before I get into this video, a quick message from the sponsor of today's video, Doku. Doku is a really fun, challenging, and addictive game. It's a combination of Sudoku and block puzzle game. At first, it seems simple, but then it gets really challenging and fun. Scoring high in this game is pretty difficult, which is why I like it a lot. It's overall a relaxing game to play. I like the visuals, it's simple and fun, and at the same time, it trains your mind. And the best part is, this game is absolutely free. So I challenge you guys to beat my high score. Check out the link in the description and download this game for free and start having fun. Now, as always, it's time to turn on both of these two phones at the same time. Here we go. And let's see. S20 Plus, of course, rocking the Android 10 version. The OnePlus 7T Pro also with the Android 10 version. A little bit cleaner UI, I would say. And okay, so Samsung is on, followed by the OnePlus. Now you guys already probably know this, that the Exynos chipsets don't have that kind of good reputation compared to Qualcomm chipsets. I mean, every year there are some differences. So we have the newer Exynos processor against the slightly older Qualcomm flagship chipset. That just makes it even more interesting because numbers wise, this is better, but what about the real life performance? That is what we're gonna find out in this video. Now 90Hz display on the OnePlus 7 Pro up against the 120Hz of the Galaxy S20 Plus. Obviously this is great. You can see how the punch hole camera mechanism has allowed this phone to look so futuristic. I mean, this is still one of the best looking phone on the market. Obviously Samsung doesn't think this is still one of the best looking phone on the market. Sadly, OnePlus will be using punch hole on the OnePlus 8 family because this is kind of a right direction in a way, because eventually we're going to have the camera hidden under the display. So this is like the temporary form for that. But still, this phone looks great. Let's get right into the performance test. Now everything is closed up in the background. I'm just going to start off by the first application, which is the phone dialer. So here we go. That was about the same on both phones. Moving on. Settings. That felt a little bit quicker on the S20 Plus. Next we got Instagram, and that is really quick on both devices. Felt like slightly quicker on the S20 Plus with the latest feed. Again, you guys are the judge here. I'm just gonna load up my profile, and you can see really nice performance. 90Hz, 120Hz. Actually, it's really hard to see the difference. Honestly, I'm using these phones in person, I can't really see a major difference. Obviously there is a lot of difference between 60 and 120 Hz, so this phone is still rocking that good refresh rate. Now it's time to open the Instagram camera. You can see that is about the same on both phones. Even though this is a pop-up camera system, we're getting the same kind of speed, which is really impressive. SoundCloud, and felt a little bit faster on the OnePlus. Spotify, that is a little bit quicker on the OnePlus once again. Next up, we've got Subway Surfers, and that is definitely quicker on the Galaxy S20 Plus. It's nice to see the Exynos kind of beating the last gen Qualcomm chip in this, usual game loading times. Pinout, that's about the same on both phones. Dang, OnePlus is still keeping up the same pace as the Galaxy S20 Plus, Exynos 990. Obviously, if I get my hands on the Qualcomm version, I would definitely do this again. And let's see which one will be faster with this game, Call of Duty Mobile. And let's see, seems like the Galaxy S20 Plus, yes, is done. Next up, we've got Reddit. And that is faster on the S20 Plus, just a hair quicker there. Checking out the Adobe Photoshop and see the GPU rendering of the 8K image, loading up the same image on both phones. As you can see, that was about the same. As always, I'm gonna set the clarity all the way to the max, same thing with the sharpness, and also set the dehaze to 100%. And let's export the image in 100% quality. Here we go. And that is faster on the S20 Plus. Guys, Exynos 990 is faster and better than Snapdragon 855 Plus. It really is. I mean, duh, yes, it is the latest generation processor, but I mean, this is still a really, really good chip that has a lot of years of performance in it, and it's looking really, really good on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now, last but not the least, I'll be launching the cameras at the same time, so here we go. And that is quicker on the Galaxy S20 Plus. Now, time for the browsing war. We have WWE.com, the first website, and seems like the OnePlus has taken the lead, slightly quicker with this load time. If we scroll around, looks really, really smooth on these two phones. I mean, 90 Hz, 120 Hz, a very, very close smoothness. In this browsing stage, I guess I can kind of see this one is a little bit more buttery smooth. I mean, I couldn't really see the difference while I was scrolling in Instagram, but I can definitely see in this particular application, scrolling looks much smoother on the S20 Plus. Next up, we have wikipedia.org, and that is done faster on the Galaxy S20 Plus, just a little bit, versus the OnePlus 7 Pro. Not a lot of difference there, but close call. I'm really impressed by the performance so far that is still in this bad boy. Now, last but not the least, it's time to do the RAM management test, starting with phone dialer, that is still there. Moving quickly to settings, still there. Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify. Both of these two phones are rocking quite a lot of RAM, so as far as the RAM management is concerned, both phones will have top of the line performance. Pinout still there. Call of Duty. That got refreshed on the S20 Plus. Okay, interesting. That is interesting. So maybe it's just an occasional refresh, but it's gonna be loaded the whole app. Let's see, we're going to Reddit. That is still there. OnePlus is still keeping everything in the memory, which is really, really good. And finally, we are back to the browsers. So yeah, guys, that was the performance speed test comparison between the OnePlus 7T Pro versus the Galaxy S20 Plus. You can see this phone still rocks a lot of power in it thanks to the Qualcomm chipset. Obviously, Samsung is edging it in most of the tests. Most of the apps were faster on the Galaxy S20 Plus, but I mean, considering the price difference, of course, this phone is doing really, really good. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.